Well, that was a bloody wrestling match. The builder's merchant sent me a sheet 4 by 12.5 metres instead of 10 by 10. It just fits. Probably got, I don't know, a foot square, a foot on each on the width, and about 3 metres too long. It's twice as thick as the normal stuff. Apparently the stock lads obviously picked the wrong sheet out, but it's done. So next job's stick that lot over it. Screeding time. I've never seen it go in before. It's very, very dry, just about holds together. Bloody impressive, those. This is 5 days after they laid the screed floor down. It's starting to dry. I was told 48 hours, so I'll give it a bit extra before I walked on it. But it's still got plenty of drying off to do. Should take a couple of months, but it's a case of that's to full hardness. But you can see the moisture still coming out. Yeah. Yeah. So not going to do much on it today. Got other stuff to do on clanger, so we'll leave this. Just keep the air moving around. The windows are all open. Roofers are due back to have another look in the roof, find out what state of play is. Yeah. Well, that is the bathroom. That's where the shower unit's going to go. I've spent most of the day insulating the ceiling. So there was absolutely no insulation there. That's on a stone roof. It's now got 70 mil of, well, it's some kind of foam, I can't remember what they call it. Pain in the arse doing it. Can't find a way of fixing it down there, so that's not going to be insulated. That bit is ready for the plumbers to fit, not plumbers, roofer's going to fit me an air vent. This wall's all come out, that was tiles on plasterboard. So that's ready to refinish, and it's all ready for plasterboarding now. And then fitting the shower and the bath unit. The only thing I'm deliberating on now is whether I take out the last of this lath and plaster, which is over the stairs, and knock it all off. It's a lot easier doing it from this side, let it drop onto the stairs and then clean it up. It's just a bloody nightmare, but there's only that wall, that wall, that wall, and then I assume that ceiling and that ceiling, which I was hoping would stay. It looks like it's been redone at some time, but I would suspect it's still lath and plaster up there. So that would be basically bringing that foot wall out and the other side of this, in which case do I take the whole bleeding lot out and just plasterboard the whole thing. Because you can see there, if it will focus, too much shit in the air, you can see the dust dropping down still. There's a hole there anyway, point your finger. So it wants something doing with it. I'm slightly nervous about leaving lath and plaster in place, because if it ever gets wet it just drops, and if you're paying for a rental and suddenly you have a ceiling drop on you, you're not going to be best chuffed, are you? This room now wants the ceiling insulating. What I might do is basically plasterboard it up and then drop a load of rock wool over it, which is what I originally had which has the benefit of being a better sound absorber than the foam. So it's kills two birds, and it'd be a hell of a lot easier doing that than buggering about with foam. The roofers came back and ended up taking up this section. The bottom few slates were lifted up, and what they found was that the lead work in the valley had dropped a touch, leaving a flat spot, and it was just backing up and pouring over and wetting all that bottom corner. So that's where the damp was coming from. Shame they didn't find it first time, but hey ho. At least they came back and did the job right, and got to respect them for that. Well, that was a pretty grim hour's mucking out. So I've dropped all the internal plaster walls now. The only thing that's left is the ceilings. That one looks to be lath and plaster, whereas this one looks like it's had plasterboard over it. They both appear to be in reasonable condition, but I really need to get up the loft hatch and just have a look from the top. But it's all covered with insulation, so I've got to rake that back first. And right at the minute I'm sweaty, and the insulation sticks and then itches for hours. Yeah, should be straightforward now, just plasterboard that over, and then it's a light skim and save a lot of bugging about with bonding and all the rest of it. I'm musing on taking this door frame out here, because it doesn't serve any purpose. There's no door in it, it's just a threshold. And basically take the top section out and just use this, clad that in some white pine and then plasterboard up to it, and then it can be painted. I don't know, jury's out. Just had a sprinkler rain, it's still looking reasonably dry in that corner, not got any wetter, so I'm working on the basis that it's sorted now. Time will tell. So I took the stud work out that was the partition between the bathroom door and the stairwell, and I've decided I'm going to put a newel post in here, and then just a banister rail with a set of spindles. It's opened it all up, makes it feel a little bit less claustrophobic. I need to do a bit more work on the ceiling. I'll take these two hangers out off the studs and then basically reinforce the loft access, which is a bit of a twat the way it's been done. Anyway, so the three posts here, one of them's going to go behind the door frame there, catch the end of that, and then the other ones will be cut up. I might even board this section out, reinforce the three joists going across, and then just put some boards on, so I've got some walk space up there, because it's a bit dicky when it's all insulated going up there. Yeah, as you can see, it's quite dusty. I'm on a mission because I've got to go out now. So that's a couple of hours, but you can see door frame makes it a lot more open. Be nice to get some decent pictures up as well. Got a big wall space there to hang stuff. Big wall space there. Might even get a couple of my photos printed. Who knows? Righto. I'm feeling like I'm working in a cave. Just took my mask off and hoovered up the dust. I just stood in, nogging in the studding out where the lath and plaster's come off and make it all a bit more stable. So it's got a bit of flex, but it's a lot better than it was. A pal of mine's picking me up some banister rail and a newel post, if you can find them. I've reinforced the roof spar, ceiling spars, dropping them down from the purlin at the top, and I have dragged a load of that rock wall and put it in a couple of builders bags just to get it out of the way. I need to do a load more, but I don't like trying to balance on those spars. I might go and get myself some wide floorboards, the MDF stuff, whatever you call chipboard stuff, just to throw down temporary. And that's about it really. It's absolutely peeing it down outside. This is without doubt a particularly nasty, horrible job. I've pulled all the insulation back because I was ripping out the lath and plaster ceilings. Anyway, I want to put the insulation back down, but I hate it when the insulation's literally just sat on plasterboard. It's too easy to put your foot through. So I've put some big sheets down. Of course, nothing lines up, they're all irregular. But we've got two here and two there, and I've got another 2 sheets to cut to fill the gaps now. I'm not doing that section because I figured Ob should be the only one coming up here, so I can put a note on saying not boarded below, and then I've got to respread all this lot. Whilst we're up in the roof space, it's a good chance to actually see the original roof line. So there's your purling and your current apex. And can you see that there? Sorry, get my bloody line right. It runs there and steep at the front. That's where the purling would have sat originally. So all of this above it is all new, well, at a later date. So it would have come down and sat a few inches above. But oh, there's, excuse me, bit of dust. And you see it on that side as well, where the purling's been packed up. Chimney stack. Oh, gosh, truth. Yeah, a bit of dust up here. Me and the lad are just sorting out the hearthstone. So this is the big, I think it's a window lintel. Anyway, I've lopped off about 8 inches off one end. And we're going to sit that in front of the hearth so that the stone will sit over the top of it and give us a height. It's going to need a bit of buggering about, but I reckon it weighs about getting on for 85-90 kilos. I could just pick it up, hugging it, but I wouldn't want to walk very far with it. I certainly wouldn't want it on my shoulder. Anyway, sweeping off the slugs and whatever, and that had decided it were a new home. And we'll get ready to lift it in a minute. Well, we've pretty much run out of time. Anyway, we got the foundation stone down. So my job in a couple of days when that's gone off is pick that up and lower it down over that with some fairly stiff sand and cement under it. And then that can be sat and waiting to go off. We've got the guys booked in to do the chimney lining. Which is not a job I'd want to do. Anyway, so we'll see. I'm just waiting for them to call back and confirm when. So that's that. That's today's job. We've done, and coming through. That's the flue for the boiler, gas combination boiler. That's been built up inside and out. I can't finish it because they've got to drag the actual flue through, so it's just a blank hole, and then pointed up round where the soil pipes come out, and all that's been changed. So they're built around the bottom of the step, bottom. So all this just needs finishing off now, pointing up. But as you can tell, it's raining again. That's the next lot of insulation that's got to go up. Finish the front bedroom, and then landing and back bedroom. 50 quid a sheet. Scary stuff price. Used to be about 15. That's quite a momentous moment. That's the first bit of plasterboarding I've just put up. Still got to work out how I'm doing that bit, and I've put that bit up wrong, so I can't pick up my joist. But you know, it's a learning circle. I know how to do it 25 years ago when I did my house, but there we go. Anyway, boy wonders give an hand. So yeah, we're making progress. Bank holiday Monday, and I've given Clanger a rest because we've run out of paint. I've been plasterboarding with my boy, and we've both decided we don't like plasterboarding, especially ceilings. I've sent a message to the plasterer saying bring your extra wide scrim. Anyway, we've left that back corner there open because we need access to put a vent in through the just under the eaves, vent the shower, which is just the other side of that. So we've done that ceiling. We've just done that section. So tomorrow we're going to do the landing ceiling, and then we're going to drop the ceiling in that bedroom just for completeness. Leaving that wall open because I'm not sure what the plumber's doing with his pipes, which are down here. Yeah, that's took us all day. I think it's 10 boards we've used. Got quite a few offcuts, and decided that trying to hang on to a 3 foot by 6 foot board on top of a set of very flimsy, wobbly, bloody aluminium step ladders, it's no fun at all. Down here, not a lot happened other than my stack of boards is going down slowly. I've used about a fifth, and tomorrow there should be some guys coming in to drop a chimney liner down, stainless steel one. So I'm guessing that'll take them most of the morning. I don't know how long it takes. I suppose it depends how big the chimney is and how big your pipe is. So yeah. Can't plasterboard this ceiling yet because the sparkies haven't finished. They'll be back later in the week. Oh, so quite a busy day. Had the trades guys in, I've put a flue liner down and a baffle plate in. That'll get finished when the plastering's done. It all gets painted black, and then the vitreous enamel flue pipe fit over the stove. And we've been doing a bit of digging out. Basically, we have this evening or this afternoon removed the door lintel frame, which is between the front room and the kitchen. Reason being, the middle timber, when we exposed it, took all the lath and plaster off it, was absolutely knackered. To get at it, I'd got to take one side out or the other. So I took the decision to take out the door frame side and then lift the door frame so that the whole thing can sit up a bit. If you remember, it's about eye level for me. The underside of this one is 6'1", so I'm going to leave that one in, but I'm going to put the new one in sort of 7 or 8 inches higher than it was, so that I can get a full door in, but I'm not going to reinstate the framework, so I'm going to leave that out. Knock the sand and cement off here that we put on, which is all broken up now. Yeah, so that's tomorrow's job. Get that put back together. I need a new piece of timber or a concrete lintel. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. And then tickle that up with a sander. And that'll be dressed, and that'll carry the front. Obviously, a bit, probably 800 weight of stone less on it because it's going to be higher up. Found one desiccated rat in the back. I don't know how long that had been there, but evidently quite a while. So yeah, so that's the outside skin of the wall. Oh. Yeah. Right, another load of dust and shit everywhere. We've now, I think we're quarter of the way through the plasterboard stack. Take you upstairs. We've pretty much plasterboarded all the ceilings upstairs bar one. It ain't great. I've struggled doing it on my own just because I can't hold the board up and screw it on at the same time over the stairs. But it's good enough for government work, as they say. Also dropped this ceiling The roofers are supposed to be coming in and sorting out this leak for the third time. I think I've decided with them that they're going to take this stone off, find the cause of the problem and just re-stone it, and probably put, well, probably extend lead further across. So when it's raining, I'm getting water back to this line here. And obviously it don't take much, but while they've got the stone off, they can redo this timber here. Anyways, I've not showed up today, so they might have other plans. So this one's ready. I have, with my son, re-laid down the rock wool insulation in the loft. So I've got, what have I got? 12 foot by 16 foot of storage, and then basically from that across has now got 40 inches of foam insulation, and then, sorry, 40 mil, and then 300 mil of rock wool, with the exception of that last corner, which I'm leaving open because I've got to put a vent through to the outside to vent the shower. So yeah, getting there slowly. Waiting for the sparkies to come back and do the first fix downstairs, roofers to do the roof, and then it's basically get the plaster in. Oh, I'll clean up this as well, clean a bit of snot off it, and I might leave that exposed. Depends what it looks like when it's cleaned up. New post is in for my banister. I've got a friend who's turned a knob on the end, as opposed to a knob who's turned on the end. And then, getting up and down them stairs quite a bit today. The other mate's been back and he's pointed up the flags at the back and rebuilt the all red edging. It's got another row of flags to stick over the top of that. A bit like the Taj Mahal when we're done. Yeah. So yeah, productive day.